Hey, howdy, hi, hello, hola, привет, bonjour, guten tag. What is up, Vikings? How goes it? Welcome to the month of December. Last month of the year is upon us already. So, promises to be an interesting month. Burn! What is up, buddy? How goes it? Life is good. Here we are, month of December, you guys. Last month of the year. It's been kind of an interesting year in Vikings as well as the community. So, be interesting to see what things transpire this month. Of course, being the month of December, that means Christmas is coming up in roughly 24 days. We have almost like 3 weeks plus some change until Christmas. Oh, I'll have to do a giveaway. I'm going to try to get some holiday giveaways approved. So keep that in mind. But what is up? How goes it? I will be discussing potential changes coming to Vikings War of Clans. As we know, Torin has been releasing these Q&A videos. 1 second. Oh, there we go. All right. So Torin has been releasing these Q&A videos that give us an insight into some things that are coming or changing in Vikings. So, I'll be discussing that today, as well as, I don't know, whatever you guys want to talk about. Oh, man. All right, let me drop a link here, just because, the bot's gonna annoy me. Oh, 1 second. All right, there. I need to pin this. Pin. Okay. And then. Oh, no, that's not gonna work. All right. Anyways. Whew. It's gonna be interesting. I will say this. It is going to be interesting. So, let me pull something up here. I prepared today. Oh, all right. Okay. Kind of. Some of this stuff is well, oh man. All right. Anyways, hopefully by the next video I have the I'll put the link for memberships in the bot, so it'll periodically drop that. That's the GoFundMe link that I pinned. Of course, all of that goes to streaming equipment. And then merch shop should hopefully be open soon for you guys that are interested in Berserkr Bones Lodge or Berserkr Bones merchandise. All right, so the Q&A with Burn, or with Torin. Man, I read the chart and I said the Q&A with Burn. I don't know how a Q&A with Burn would go. I'm joking. We love you, Burn. All right, so the Q&A of Torin, number 4, part 2. Hello. I did not necessarily. I don't think I covered number 4, part 1. I can't honestly remember. However, here, wait a minute. Give me a moment. Unpin you. I pinned the wrong one. Uno momento. Here we go. Woohoo. I don't have all these, copy. There we go. I will do this. There we are. Oh! Oh! I can't do a Q&A with Burn. All right, that is the link to the memberships. The link the bot will periodically drop is a link to the GoFundMe. All right. Hello. Bonjour. Okay, so Q&A with Torin. This last one, the Q&A with Torin. So there's going to be some daunting things coming to Vikings War of Clans. I will go through some of this. Obviously, all of it is kind of like take it with a grain of salt because we don't exactly know when these changes are going to be in Vikings. But we do know that these changes will be coming. Some of them soonish, I believe. But, okay. Oh, man. 1 second. One more thing. 'Cause I can. Okay. All right. So the Christmas gift choices. I can run that down real quick too. There is coffers of coffers of materials. Coffers of chief materials. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. There are agree next. I already filled this out. So next. There is a coffer of chief materials, 50k of each. Another one is shaman double, 1 hour times 4. So I mean you get 4 shaman doubles, 750 mil gold, 2 million 24-hour boosts. And the third one you can choose from are 2,000 runic stones, 350 million gold, and 5 million star shards. This year they did by palace level. I have not seen what else the other palace levels get offered, because I mean I'm a level 40, so I'm not really going to look that much into like what below 35 gets because it doesn't affect me. Okay, so Q&A 4 part 2. Here we go. All right, so as you know, in a lot of events, there's a quick return button. It pops up like up here-ish. Pops up here-ish. So basically, when you're in another event, you can push the return and boom, right back to your kingdom. No, like, you know, swapping around, finding a return item in your inventory, etc., etc. It says, the question is, can you return from Asgard with one click? From Home Gang, when will we make you can return from Asgard and Home Gang with one click? When will we make the return from Jotunheim? So Jotunheim is like the one event that we have to like go search for the return. It's kind of a pain in the rear. I mean, like, I've just got that part memorized by now after, you know, an eternity of playing this. So, Torn says, if necessary, we will think about it and do it. Hopefully that's added. That would be a huge help. Okay. Question. Would you like to add new knowledge to the Oracle? Torn says, already in development. It is odd that Jotunheim is the one event we cannot quick return from. As far as new knowledge to the Oracle, as we all know, I discussed last live stream, Palace level 50, Tier 9 troops, and VIP 100 have been leaked that they are coming out. So I believe that, you know, the new knowledge to the Oracle would probably be along the lines of T9. So I think, honestly, like, the new knowledge is going to be coming soon-ish. We have seen the hint says ... CH, which would be March. We've seen the hint says ... BER, which could be December. One thing to keep in mind is that while we might not necessarily agree with some of these changes, it has been 4 years since Palace went up to 40, and 4 years since we got T8. The game has been out for 9. It took them roughly 5 years to add T6 and T7. I mean, because for the first like year that I played, we didn't have T6. And then we got T7 roughly like 2-3 years later. And then, you know, or like 2 years later. And then like 2 years after that, we got T8. So it's been roughly almost 4 years since we got new knowledge in the game. Now, I do not anticipate the update of T9. T9 are probably going to be expensive. I remember the horror of looking at the cost of the secret knowledge, for the, give me a second. This. I remember looking at the cost of offense, defense, health, Fortress 2, Towns, and T8. and thinking that it was utterly insane. Now, I am fairly certain that Tier 9 knowledge is going to be expensive. Don't get me wrong there. However, in the course of the game, it has been 4 years since we had a new tier of troop, new knowledge, or new palace level. So, while I don't necessarily, I'm not necessarily prepared and overly excited for the cost of the knowledge, in the course of updating, it is kind of necessary to keep going. Now, we don't know when this is coming out. When he says CH or March, and he says Burr, it could be another year. So before people start massively panicking, it could be another year before we see T9. Or before we see new knowledge. Or before we see Palace level 50. It could be March of 2026. It could be December of 2025. I'm just saying. It could be a while. So, one of the main things is they have increased, or they have recently added things like Altar of Light and some other stuff. Some of us, like me, are still working on a seer. So, this could be a whole bunch of updates to give us a bunch of stuff to work on, and then slowly, you know what I mean? I have no idea. I don't know what the thoughts are behind this. I just know that it's potentially coming soon-ish, being a year. So, I wouldn't get horribly panicked. But keep in mind, this is not a thing oh, well, top players want this. No, I will tell you right now, in the clan we play in Ret, if you're T9 are coming, there is an assortment of reactions you get, none of which are yay. So, there's a lot of people really not looking forward to T9, but at the same time, updates aren't necessarily meant to be maxed overnight, and it's been 4 years since we had a new tier. I'm not advocating for it, but I'm also not advocating against it. So, the knowledge in the game, when it comes to knowledge, VIP, palace level, stuff like that, they've given us 4 years in there to get a lot of this stuff done. I'm not, again, by no means am I bring it. It is kind of one of those things of, oh boy. But, here we are. Okay, Q&A. It says, this is the literal question. T8 causes too much harm. I would like an antidote against T8. Torin replies, wait for T9, the best antidote. So, what I take from that is if you think T8 hit hard, T9 are going to hit harder. That's just... we'd kind of expect them to hit harder anyway. Oh, the town skins are horrible too. Man. Anyways. Alright, so, question, revisit Mini Asgard by influence. Torn says, okay, we will review it. I have no idea what that means. Let's see. Oh, whoops, wrong mouse. All right. Are new updates planned in terms of new events? If we can afford a full town OS of T9. Anyways. All right. It says, are there new updates in terms of new events? Torrin says, I won't reveal the plans, but we want to make a new mini event. I have no idea in the scheduling where they would put a new mini event. But there could potentially be one coming. Torrin, or question, will there be new gems of the gods? Torrin says, not yet. So we could see gems of the gods, like we have runes of the gods coming soon. Probably yellow or T6. I have no idea anymore. Oh, burn. I have a feeling like resource tiles, gold tiles, and some other stuff will not be far behind on updates, by the way, as far as increasing the amount in them. All right. So, when will it become possible to send resources, including dust, to an allied stronghold? The answer, never. So they're never going to make it to, exactly, Celestials for towns. That could be it. Absolutely. So they're never going to make it so we can send dust or resources to allied SH. That is something they said could be in development. Evidently they've changed their minds. It is not. So, question. I would like to see festive events for coming holidays, as they were on the birthday of Vikings. Only for these events to be a chain in one. Torrin says we will do it for New Year's. If you guys remember what they're talking about, the chain event, we had for the birthday month, we had an event. Here, for instance, I will use Voice of the Gods for, because it hasn't started yet, for an example. We had an event that, basically had like a 1 of, I think, 7 or 1 of 8 here. And it swapped every 20 or every, like, I don't know how long. Anyways, we basically had a chain event. It was an event for over a period of days that swapped phases while the event continued to run. That was a celebration. They did that for the birthday month. They will essentially be doing that again for New Year's. So, kind of look forward to that, I suppose. The ones I didn't do was like, the one I didn't do last time, I think, was like training or, I never do influence increase because I'm not burning buildings. Okay. Will the rewards for level 39 cities be changed? Especially with runic stones. I don't know what this one's about. Like, I haven't had a level 39 palace in an eternity. So I honestly don't know if runic stones just aren't available for League of Odin towns. I have no idea there. But Torrin says not yet. So I think that that there will be a change to that coming at some point. But again, I'm not entirely certain. I don't know what the rewards for a level 39 town are. So okay. Let's see. When will clanmates be able to transfer to each other in addition to resources, such things as Asgard stones, rune stones, gold, hero, or shaman energy? Torrent says we do not plan to create this functionality. Basically, there are no plans for us to transfer anything to our clanmates except for resources. There will not be like a trade function here of other items. Next one. Where'd my cursor go? 1 second. There we go. All right. Is it possible that in the future, the waiting time for sieges of the clan stronghold will be less than 24 hours? So basically, can you siege sooner than 24 hours? Torn says a rollback is possible every hour, and the further it goes, the more difficulty it is. So basically, they will make it to where we can reset our stronghold cooldown for siege, but every hour. But the more we roll it back, the more difficulty, or the more we reset that timer, the more difficult it will be. Now, I don't know if that means siege will be more difficult, or if it means the price will be more difficult. It doesn't really specify. I imagine it will be a thing of like, the more you reset your SH to continue doing stronghold sieges, the more expensive it will be. Pretty much like reputes, as far as like you pay one cost for the second tier, one cost for the third, one cost for the fourth. So basically, the more you'd reset that cooldown timer on your stronghold to continue to be able to do a siege, the more the cost would increase. Might also get harder. I don't know. So, all right. He might have been. I mean, very well could have been. Question. Are there plans to improve the mechanics of removing hero and shaman equipment? For example, to do it the way you do with runes. That is, so that more things can be deleted at the same time. It is important for those who make the achievement of Tibbo. What's up, Detroit? So basically, people are still struggling with the Tibbo achievement. It is kind of nightmarish. Oh, all those rings all of us had to have removed from our account. Torin said it is planned that equipment will burn. Oh, this is true too. The more difficult meant that's exactly right. The more difficult, the faster the cooldown you ask for, the more you're stuck running it to keep up with your opponent. That is true. I mean, that means CVC could literally turn into nothing but massive, like the massive recycling of massive recycling of citadels. So, thank you, Burn, for the membership, sir. I don't know necessarily if he means equipment will be destroyable, but it could be like, there's a couple of different things that it could mean. It could mean that equipment now has a durability. It could mean that, like, we can mass destroy equipment. It could mean that, it could mean an assortment of different things. So I don't necessarily know, if it's like, I don't necessarily know if it's like equipment's going to burn, or if it's like equipment is like going to be destructible on a massive scale. I have no idea. I do know that if players like Burn or Bounty or Elo or Detroit or a few of the rest of you monsters can hit me and literally strip my hero of their gear by breaking it, I'm done. I will sit behind a shield every event and go, nope. But I mean, it could be like, it could be that it has a durability and breaks. It could be that like we just have the option to go in to here and basically select massive, like basically go down and click like what you don't want. So it could be that. It could be quite literally where we just click down what we don't want and destroy it all at once. I don't know. So, I honestly do not know. Okay. Home gang. See, the timer on home gang changing would be awesome. All right. Here we go. Will clan achievements ever be added with some really difficult fulfillment conditions so that it is highly appreciated that the clan has achieved and earned them? Basically, clan-wide achievements. I don't necessarily know how that would work. But anyways, clan achievements. Torrent said, okay, let's add it. So, we could be seeing, man, my runes get messed up every time I switch sets somehow. So we could be seeing clan achievements, coming. I don't necessarily know how that will work out, but we could be seeing clan-wide achievements coming. Okay. Is it planned to increase the time interval for returning to the clan if you left it, for example, for a week, because they mostly leave the clan to manipulate influence or to divide into mini Asgard? I have my opinions on this question. I'm just going to leave them to myself. Basically, yeah, like Lord of Towers for yacht. Exactly. Basically, Torrent says, right to support your wishes. You know the number of emails. I don't know if they will, ever gonna change that. To be honest, like, I mean, here's kind of a funny thing. I see a lot of people complaining that all top clans do it. I don't see people from X-Part 2.0, Giants Reloaded, Rhett, Spartak, or Blood, ever leaving their clan to quite literally divide up 4 mini Asgard specifically. I'm just throwing that out there. I hear a lot of like, well, all these top clans do this. No, what, like, and I can speak on this much. If I leave our clan, like if I leave our clan, for instance, say Yellow, Amber, and I, leave our clan to go to the LISH to drop dust. And mini Asgard happens, and we decide to play it while we are there. Guess what? That doesn't mean we left Rhett in order to specifically play mini Asgard. That means, oh, look, mini Asgard is going on while we are here. So, like, I do not see a lot of big clans, as it is claimed, doing this. We literally just ally together and play how we do it. Like, I mean, for instance, Rhett allies with giants, and we play Asgard. So, I mean, not necessarily every mini, but I mean main Asgard. Like, we don't move! So I don't necessarily know, like, what the big influence thing is. Most of the clans that play influence, most of the clans that play, like, an influence game aren't going to be in your top 10. Like, a lot of us in here, like, I would say probably the top, I'd say probably the top 10 to 12. You're not going to see a lot of, like, influence fluctuation. Again, like the top 10 players, you're not going to see a lot of influence fluctuation as far as them dropping weight to get in a lower league. It's just not something they're going to do. So, I don't know if, like, it's something that is still common in, like, lower leagues. But I do know, like, a lot of people say that the big clans do this. No. To be honest, most of us don't have the time. Like, we play CVC, and look, Mini, or Battle for Light. Then we're literally hopping into the next Kingdom event, or the next Legendary event. And then, oh look, Home Gang, or Mini, or Battle for Light. Like, there isn't a whole lot of time anymore to be swapping stuff around or also to be changing your influence fluctuation up and down. So, I don't necessarily know, like, where that comes from, but, I mean, I'm speaking from a top clan. We don't got time for that. Okay. Are there plans to repeat in the near future to introduce on a permanent basis the mini Asgard competition Celestial Challenge Light? Or was the competition that took place in October a one-time event that will never happen again? Basically, people want to earn light in mini Asgard. I don't play mini Asgard personally. But I do know I did look at the Celestial Light Challenge. Honestly, whew, it's heavy. I mean, I imagine you would max it along with, like, your slaughter in mini. But I know the points are slightly different between the two. Torrin says they will appear periodically. So, I mean, if you really want 2,000 light for maxing that event, they will happen periodically. I remember I was not really exactly thrilled over the amount of light that was there for the amount of points that I had to get. But again, I don't play mini. So, that's just kind of how that worked. Is it possible? Yeah, see, like, I remember looking at it and being like, 2,000 light, 2,000 light for literally 10 checkpoints. And it was like, I can't remember how many T8 I mathed it out to be, but I know it was a lot that I had to kill to max it. Okay. Is it possible to diversify quests with different tasks? Meaning, I imagine these, since these are our quests. Oh, look, I can claim one. I imagine they're talking about these. It says, Torrin says, wait in the burr. The burr being here. I will just do this. That is his response to that question. Wait in the burr. That was the same response right there that he gave for T9, Palace level 50, VIP 100, as well as some of the other things that people were asking. So, really, like, again, we don't know when that is. That could be December, October, September. He's not updating my wife. She doesn't need an update. She's perfect as she is. So there could be that. But quests, we could see quests change as well. So other thing. Is it planned to raise shaman levels? And is it planned to raise points for killing in the Towers of Fury? I agree, she is perfect. Torrent's response. After the 50th palace level, after the 50th level of the city, and not yet. So, we've heard about, for the last year, these palace levels going, or these shaman levels going to level 70. That will be after palace goes to 50. And it is not planned to raise the points for killing in Fury Towers. As we all know now, killing troops in Fury Towers basically is the way to max Fury. It gives the most points for return on troops. So, there's that. Honestly. So, question. Will there be new levels of old achievements? And 2, will there be an official questionnaire on the game to hear our opinion? 1, response to the achievements. Torn said they will gradually appear. So I think, like, with new updates, that we're going to start seeing. One that is really needed upgraded for a while is Collector. That going to 20 would be awesome. Since we are now getting Battle for the Light achievements. They just upgraded a burr would be burrs would be like this. That's the best way to all right. Like these achievements being upgraded. So like we could see new levels of Sisyphus, for instance. We could see new levels of Pioneer. Like Pioneer's a 10, Long Lived is a 10. The ones that do not go above 10, we could, I mean, hopefully not Planner. Yes, I can. Hopefully not Planner. I will swap out the membership thing, as a matter of fact. Hopefully not Planner, because, I mean, just face it, I don't feel like destroying that many buildings. So... I don't feel like destroying that many buildings, to be honest. The Planner achievement is, one of pure abstract horror to me. I maxed it at 10, but to be honest, I really don't want to be destroying and rebuilding more buildings. White Wolf. Honestly, if I have to hit more invaders and ghosts, it won't be too bad. The hunt has only begun again. Thibaut, I just don't want to, I don't want to be destroying that much gear again. Cannonball Baron, again, that's a lot of bouncing. Lord of Ghosts, I don't know how that would work. I know Among the Strongest and King of the North just got new levels. But again, like, I don't have those achievements. So, I mean, the chances of me maxing them are slim to none. Scald, that would be a pain, but doable. So, I mean, rarest of Vikings, again, we would just all block each other. So I don't know. He said that gradually new levels of old achievements will appear. But no, they are not planning to do an official questionnaire about the opinion of the game. Question, second to last question. When should I expect an updated Throne? Throne of Jotunheim. At least approximately. Torrin said not soon. I don't know what changes they were ever planning on making on the throne. I know they were discussing at one point a potential Jotunheim store that was similar to the Asgard store. But of course, that hasn't been discussed for well over a year. So I don't know really what the possibilities of what they would be changing to Jotunheim or the throne specifically. I have Olympian 5. If they upgrade Olympian to 20, I'm not going to be pressed about it. So I'm not sure what the levels or what could be changing to the throne specifically, but Torrin said not soon. And then last question on the part 2, Q&A 4 part 2. Can you speed up the conversion of materials because all players fall asleep during the conversion process? I'm not sure what they're talking about. There are several things we use a conversion of materials for in the game. There is, of course, nope, that ain't it. One second. Used to have all these like hotkeys memorized. Not no more, Billy. Let's see. Forge. We basically forge these or combine them on up to other levels. I think it would be nice if mobile had this view that I have right here. Also, let me see. Fusing gems, maybe? Fusing runes, possibly. Then there is... Whoop. These right here, the transformations of resources from like food to ale, stone to stone plates, iron to iron bars, lumber to wood planks, silver to thursaws. So there are also like multiple conversions there. So I'm not entirely certain what conversion he is necessarily talking about, but it says, can you speed up the conversion of materials because all players fall asleep during the conversion process? Torrin says, yes, it is already in the works. So I'm not entirely certain what conversion process they are talking about speeding up, but evidently there is a conversion process that will be sped up sometime in the future of updates. I'm going to take a real quick bathroom break, and I'll be right back. We can discuss some of the potentials for T9, Palace level, and VIP. I will be right back here shortly.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that. Just tell me that I can.
Okay. So, let's see. When it comes to Palace level 50. Oh, man. All right. I'm trying to pull up a chart here. Man. I don't exactly remember the cost of Palace level 50, but I'm going to try to find it. So... Too early. It's been 4 years. Like, we played for 5 years, and then they gave us, like, T8. And then 4 years later, they're giving us T9. So, I mean, it's about on par with the normal thing. Some of us have played for a very long time. I'm not saying, again, not advocating for it. I'm just merely stating, you know, what it is. Okay, so Palace level 40. If I remember here, and don't quote me on this. If you went from Palace level 2, and I mean, for instance, and created or basically if you're starting the game and you go from Palace level 2 to Palace level 40, well, but I mean, like, really, if you're a brand new player, keep in mind you're trying to catch up with some of us that have played for 9 years. Like, I've put 9 years of time, like I've put 9 years of time into an account. 9 years, well, like 7 years roughly on this one, but still, point being, is some of us have put in a ton of time onto our accounts. A new player, literally, it is unrealistic to be like, I'm a new player, I'm going to catch up with everything that these players that have played for so long have. That's not realistic. That's not how, like, I mean, like, if you think about it, there is no game at all that you ever start that you are instantly caught up with everybody that has played, or no multiplayer game that you ever start that you instantly catch up with everybody that has played for longer than you. It is unrealistic to be like, well, but new players can't catch up. Well, they're new players. They're not meant to necessarily catch up overnight with the rest of us that have played for this long. Now, however, I do agree that there needs to be a way for newer players to have access to the things that us older players have, or have access to get the things that a lot of the older players can. So, I mean, like, there does need to be some access changes to things. However, it is completely unrealistic to expect a new player to be able to go from Palace level 1 to Palace level 50, have everything unlocked, have all the gear, all the achievements, literally within a month. That is unrealistic. That is the same exact argument I have seen every update for the last 9 years. But it is not realistic in a multiplayer game to have everybody on par with everyone else and have everybody literally caught up that just starts playing. I'm not arguing. I'm just merely saying, like, expectations. Took them 5 years to come out with Palace level 40 and T8. Literally 4 more years to come out with T9. Realistically, that is plausible in a timeline. I'm not saying I agree with having T9 or the costs that they're potentially going to be. I'm just saying, like, when looking at things realistically, if that update drops end of December and somebody starts an account on January 2nd of 2025, it is not realistically for them to be like, hey, I'm going to be caught up in a week. That's not realistic. It's just not. Like, see, and that could be it too. Palace level 50 could be the cap where they're like, okay, here's where your set leagues are. If you want to stay in Asgard League, stay a level 40. If you go over a level 40, you're going to be in this league right here. It could be the thing that has pushed Palace level 50 to come out has been everybody saying they need a different league for the giant players. This could be the answer to that right there. Again, I don't entirely know if that's, what it is, but I do know that like they could easily do that. This is where your new league's cutoffs are. Like, so I honestly have no clue. There are an amount of things that are changing or could change with the takeover of MTG as well, because Polarium was just sold by Aristocrat to MTG. And that could be like, anything could change at that point. So, like, there could be changes as well, not just in the game. I'm just throwing that out there. Basically, if you went from Palace level 2 to Palace level 40, it is roughly 1.2 trillion gold. It is 1.2 trillion gold to go from 2 to 40 on Palace level. That's literally spending gold all the way up. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Wrong section of the chart. 1.7. It is 1.7 trillion gold to go from Palace level 2 and literally spend gold all the way up to Palace level 40. From 39 to 40, it is roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7. I believe, don't quote me on this. I believe it is from 39 to 40. 700 B? Does that? No, that's way too fucking high. Ugh, man. Way too high. Let me see if I can find this. Basically, it's like, it's millions on up every level, but adds up. significantly higher. I think it's like 4, 5, 6, might be like 600 million gold to go to Palace level 40. I'm not certain anymore, but I do know that it's expensive. If you're looking at the whole cost from 240, it is 1.7 trillion gold. Now, it is completely unrealistic. That cost right there is why I say it is completely unrealistic to expect a player to start playing and literally catch up. Yeah, I mean, I thought so. It's like the chart says 1.76, but it's not a proxy chart. So, I mean, and I've seen this chart company be wrong before. Not gonna like slam them or anything. I just, by name, I've seen them be wrong consistently. I mean, so it is unrealistic to expect new players to be able to catch up to that. Now, it's also likewise the fact that like from 39 to 40 costs that much gold. It is also completely unrealistic to expect 41 to 50 to be any cheaper. 41 through 50 is probably going to consistently climb in cost, as we have progressively seen. And I'm not saying that it shouldn't be possible for players to catch up. What I'm saying is every single update like this has always been a marathon. It's not a foot race. It's not the fastest to get there first. It's quite literally a marathon. They are meant to be done in stages. Henceforth, the high cost. It took players a long time to max secret knowledge. I believe, honestly, if there is new secret knowledge coming out, which Torn said there is, that it likewise will cost a lot to max. And it will be very time intensive to max. The other thing is with this is VIP will be going up. We saw Jurgen discuss on Gadkey's stream that and we think he was talking about VIP levels when he said this. Let me find it. Says, oh, nope, that's the wrong screenshot. Is that it? Okay. The initial levels will greatly boost defense and march. The last 20 will boost attack. So, looking at a VIP breakdown, your first, we're at 60 now? I think. I don't know. I haven't done my VIP in forever either. Oh, man. Pull up another chart. All right. So, we're at 60 now. So that'd be 40 levels. That would be 40 levels of VIP coming out. And it says the last 20 is attack. So, or is offense, basically. So if we take 40 levels minus 20 of them, that would mean the first 20 levels are going to focus on defense, march size, potentially health, as well as some of the stuff we see in here. So could see free boosts going up, food production, lumber production, stone production, iron, silver, consumption, food consumption, of course. They've always added food consumption when they've added new troop types, because new troop tiers tend to eat more. Additional personal tasks, clan tasks, premium tasks, autocomplete. Those will probably, of course, carry on through the levels. But specifically, they say number of warriors on a march will be increasing from there. March speed will probably increase from there. Equipment crafting speed, I don't know if that can get any faster. Total offense, total health, total defense. So there's where we get into where they said the last 20 would be attack or offense. I believe total health and total defense would go up slightly as far as what we've seen the levels say. So, and then there is total health, total offense will probably be added the last 20 levels. There is troop offense, enemy troop health, enemy troop defense. I don't know what those would cap at, for instance. However, there is the possibility that those decreasers will go up. We already used the instant fusing. It goes all the way up to legendary. I don't think there's a way for them to go all the way to celestial. Troop capacity is what your troops carry. Convoy capacity would be amazing if it went up. Revival of warriors, we need way more than 10%. Asir recovery speed, 15%. That could go up as well. Number of scouts in a troop, they have really favored the number of scouts in a troop. So I don't know if that will continue to go up as well or not. I mean, with the King's Gear bonus and King of Jotunheim bonus, I believe the max march of scouts I've seen is around 800 millish. I think Detroit, if he's still here, I think his screenshot that I saw like a while ago was around 800 mil scouts on a march with King's bonuses. So I don't know really if that can continue to go up or not. I know it would be quite hefty to be sending 1 billion of your own troops out at a time. Capacity of buildings is already 5,000 to 6,000. I don't know if that'll go up or not. Offense against. So the offense against bonuses are something that has been seen as a staple to VIP. They make VIP significantly stronger. The boosts in VIP are essentially or are essential when it comes to strength in the game. So when it goes from like troop offense against tier, and then it goes into troop offense and onslaughts, defense and health, number of warriors when sending in reinforcements, and then offense when capturing, guarding, health and defense when capturing and guarding. Basically, when we start to see those and the offense against the tiers, I don't know if those are going to go any higher. I mean, they're already an 80% for most and a 155% for a tier 1. However, those bonuses make a significant difference in VIP levels. So if those start to go up, the level 100 VIP could potentially be quite deadly. I don't know, again, like VIP is expensive. If you look at going from the bottom all the way to the top, let me see. And keep in mind, we didn't go from the bottom all the way to the top. A lot of us, it is a total to go from level 40 to level 60, 112 billion VIP points. I'm not sure what the cost is to go to 40. I do know it is 12.4 billion to go to 60 from 40. So, I don't know really how cost-effective VIP would be. But I do know that it could get potentially hefty. So, Whew. Now, T9. All right. So T9. T8, when it came to unlocking T8, we needed, of course, soul shards for the secret knowledge or an amount of gold that at the time was ungodly. And I'm talking about... I still can't get it right. Good God. There we go. All right. When it came to doing this... I'm already saying what gold? When it comes to doing knowledge like this, the tier 8 tree, it was hefty. And depending on where you put it in the rank of your knowledge, it was rough. Mine was 4th, only because offense, defense, health were 1st, because they affected all my troops. T8 was 4th. Unlocking them was heavy, considering the fact that you had to unlock these 3 to start doing these knowledges, start doing these knowledges to unlock these knowledges to unlock these knowledges, etc., 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 etc. Until you got to the bottom, like if you're going for scouts, you literally had to do everything up in order to get everything down. So it could get quite spendy just in the knowledge. When it comes to T9, I don't honestly know if there is enough soul shards in the game to have T8 and T9 both be on soul shards. So we could see something new in order to train T9 that is not necessarily a soul shard. It could also, since T9s or T8s, T8s are considered effectively Draugrs, which is, according to Vikings mythology, a Viking zombie. You are essentially raising Vikings from the dead in order to have T8. I don't know if there would be something beyond that. I don't know if that would mean that, like, the inclusion of T9 would then be some other form of mechanic, or if we would be resurrecting, quite literally, if, like, this process right here, boom, would turn them into T9s from T8s. Not saying that I'd want to spend 299 billion gold, because that's not ever happening in my lifetime in Vikings. But if, for instance, it's something as far as like you heal a T8 and add something, or like it's been stated, if you use like maybe items, for instance, use runic dust to make T9s after making a T8, or something along those lines. I could see it very much being doable. The issues, of course, would be the knowledge. Knowledge is always expensive. That's just kind of how that works. I don't know exactly how affordable the new knowledge would be. And in all honesty, like when I looked at the old knowledge, I didn't think it was very affordable. It is heavy. It is hard. So I don't know really necessarily if it's going to be one of those things that it's going to get. I mean, I don't believe it would get better. To be honest, I believe it would get more expensive. So I don't really anticipate this being a very easy update as far as cost. However, we don't know when this update is coming. That's a lot of things to put into play. I don't think they ever did Palace VIP at the same time. Of course, the knowledge will be coming out with the Palace level 50, because as the buildings go up, new knowledge in the Oracle is more obtainable. You have to have an oracle level of, a certain height in order to do the knowledge. But then, of course, you have to have a palace level of a certain height in order to do the oracle. So I don't see that. That's not going to change, of course. But I do see the fact that knowledge will be coming out with palace level 50. We do not know when that will be. VIP, I could see coming out before or after. Probably not at the same time, because that would just be a bunch. So, but there are different things they could add to make T9s. With T6, to unlock them, we had to have totems. So it could be something simple as unlocking them with a specific item. It could be something as well as training them with a specific item. I don't know. I do know that T9s are supposed to be harder than T8s. They could swap and do them back to an ungodly amount of resources, I suppose. I do not, like I said, I don't necessarily see T9 being with soul shards. I could be wrong. It could be one of those things that you have to choose what you spend your soul shards on between either T8 or T9. I don't know. But Palace level 50 and T9 are going to be coming sometime soonish. And soonish, I mean the next 12 to 13 months. Also, like I said earlier, keep in mind, MTG is a gaming company. And I mean a gaming company, not a gambling gaming company, a gaming company. One of the things that we have seen is that depending on the parent company, oh, if it takes resources, Elston's going to be king. One thing is for certain that for those of us that played before Aristocrat bought Plarium, packs and stuff did change after that based on what Aristocrat wanted to see. I am sure. I do not know entirely how much influence the parent company has on the company of Plarium itself. So I imagine with a gaming company that does esports, online play, multiplayer gaming, and other stuff, I imagine that some things will change. We might see subtle influences and other things in Vikings. I'm not entirely certain on that, so again, don't quote me. But they take over, or they take financial responsibility the beginning of 2025's fiscal year. So I don't know entirely what will change when the parent company takes over Plarium, or if anything will change, to be honest. That could literally be one of those things of everybody's panicking over the company changing for no apparent reason. But we also know these updates are supposed to be coming out in Ch or Bur. So March or like September, October, November, December. We're going into December now, so if we don't see it this year, they would all be late next year or potentially like 3-4 months from now. So, I mean, really, there's plenty of time for us to sit back, enjoy the game, kick it with each other's company still before the massive updates of pure and utter craziness and people lose their minds again. So, that's just kind of how I'm gonna put that. Oh, basically, I wouldn't freak out too much anytime soon. I would very much look at it of you can still go your own pace. Even when the updates come out, I would recommend going your own pace. Don't kill yourself. Like, killing yourself on updates literally becomes such a big stressor for so many people. And to be honest, I like the community. So I don't want to see the community change. Exactly, Bird. It could happen soon, buddy. It is a gaming company that is taking over. Okay, that's really all I had for today, guys. please, if you can, check out the links. The link that is pinned currently is the GoFundMe. There is that. Check it out. Donate if you can. Everything goes to streaming equipment. Also, there is this link right here to memberships. As soon as a merch shop opens, I'm waiting for my tax information to be approved. It could be this month. It very well could be this month. As soon as my tax stuff gets approved, give me a second, I will show you guys this. Okay, so as soon as my tax stuff gets approved, I will be releasing this. 1 second. Okay. Boom. Literally waiting to hear back on approval. I will be opening this shop right here. I've got a Berserkr Bones Lodge logo there. So I will be adding merchandise as far as t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and some other stuff. I will probably also change some of these based on what you guys want. So I will have a contact email on there for business stuff if there are certain items or other stuff that you guys want to see. But those are the designs I have so far for merch. So coffee cups, hoodies, and other stuff. Members, basically members, if you are a member, paid member of Patreon, I will be able to throw you guys discount codes for merch. Of course, it all goes into funding streaming, funding the channel, just like the GoFundMe does. Because, well, I mean, you know, support your local streamer. Thank you. So there is that. I will be like editing some of those too, so they don't necessarily have the word Berserk or other stuff. The logo itself looks like this. Image. That is what the logo looks like on a big scale. I would, but I mean, like, really? Like, the whole thing is, like, the channel and Vikings and you guys. It's not about me and Amber. So, like, but basically, this is, like, the logo of Berserkr Bones Lodge right here. That will be on, like, the front, for instance, like this. And then I will have various designs and other stuff on the back. I'm also going to put that logo on hats, something similar like that. So, it'll be one of those things that that you guys can check out. Hopefully you guys will like it. So, again, all proceeds of everything from the GoFundMe to the memberships to the merch, all will literally go to funding everything streaming. I don't know. I could put like a I could put a Mr. and Mrs. Berserkr on some hoodies, I suppose. I don't know. Like, there's options. That's literally just what I'm trying to get approved for my first shop. Got to get the shop up and going, and of course the tax stuff to get out there. I'll put a bucket hat on there, yellow. And in answer to the question I was asked on game, yes, I am the Berserkr Bones on YouTube. So I will be putting some stuff together and seeing what you guys think as far as merch. Keep in mind, please check out the GoFundMe. It is literally making it so I can continue to stream. And then there's the memberships, and of course there is a donation link in YouTube. It can be found. This is all stuff that I needed to post on its own. Good Lord. Boom. If you go to YouTube and you want to know where to find most of these links, right here. Go to the info or more, etc. Bam! Right there. Proxy Discord, stream donations, paid memberships. There will be shop links and other stuff, of course, that get added to all of this as well. So that is kind of it. Really all I had for today. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazingly awesome week. I will see you on Thursday for another live stream. I don't exactly know what there will be as far as updates, changes, or anything else. This upcoming month, I'm going to try to get some holiday giveaways approved. Anyways, thank you guys for being here and kicking it and chilling and watching today. I will see you guys around in the community and on the next live stream. Thanks.